When I wear the niqab, I feel always like it reminds me with like my who am I, like my identity as a Muslim.
After a heated debate that occurred during the federal election, Canada's new Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has dropped the appeal to ban the niqab in citizenship ceremonies. The controversy began when former Prime Minister Stephen Harper commented on the veil and its association with oppression.
Why would Canadians, contrary to our own values, embrace a practice at that time that is not transparent, that is not open, and frankly is rooted in a culture that is anti-women?
Originally from Sudan, Dua Saber was raised in Saudi Arabia. 2 years ago, she came to Canada to study. She doesn't agree with the ban and thinks people have misunderstood her religion.
I didn't feel like so much offended because like I knew that maybe some people don't understand that the reason why we wear the niqab, so that's why maybe we have to explain for them more, or like, and also they have to come and ask. So there's no any like bad thing in coming and asking us, so it's okay.
In fact, this isn't only a politicized issue. It affects the daily lives of Muslim women in Canada. Apprehensive looks and comments directed at Elif and Dua make their lives more difficult as newcomers in this country.
Most of the people perceive Canada as a really multicultural, really respectful country. Yeah, wow, we are going Canada. Oh, you will feel really freedom. You will free. But when I came here in the first week, I faced so much struggle with there that I didn't expect like that. When I sit in the Tim Horton, the man approached me. Yeah, I'm in the there's a man sitting my left, and it's older man, and there's a boy sitting my other side. And when I enrolled in my courses, the man said to me, "Be careful when contact with ISIS." In the Tim Horton, in the St. George, it's.
How did you feel about that?
I feel like nothing. I just shocked there. I didn't say anything.
In each religion, there's the bad side and the good side, and this is normal. I know, like people, if they see something that is different from what they always see, of course they will feel like uncomfortable, and of course because they don't see me, they don't know who I am. But the thing that it's not always bad to ask. Maybe they can come and ask why you do that, why you wear like that. It's like it's okay for me, of course, and I know for many other riqabis it's like that.
However, not all Muslims wear the hijab. A Muslim herself, author and Toronto Sun columnist Farzana Hassan, is for the ban. Her article in the Toronto Sun states the niqab is a symbol of misogyny. In fact, she calls wearing the garment a problematic concept, and many have made an uninformed decision.
This is basically a ban that we want to legislate in the public space because there is a certain decorum and a social contract. When we enter into the public spaces, we enter into a social contract with other people, and they have the right to know who they're talking to, the right to know who they're interacting with, the right not to be insulted by someone, who decides to just cover up and feel as if, their sort of face is not something that the public should see. So it's something that I find as an affront to society, so which is why I'm supporting a ban. I think that, this is restrictive. I think the women who choose or say they choose to do it, because I would even doubt that concept. But in many cases, it's the husbands who have imposed this on them, or it's family values or something that they've grown up with. So I think that, a lot of these things create problems for women in limiting their opportunities.
Aslihan Arikan is Muslim. However, she does not wear any garments that cover her face or body. She says it's a personal choice, but she doesn't agree with the ban.
I think it's a form of humiliation
I know it's a little extreme there, but I personally think it's discomfort. I've seen many niqabi women struggling to eat in public. It saddens me. I don't agree with the ban. I think that's also an extreme, like I mentioned before. You're taking away their freedom. They've left their countries to come here, or they've been brought up here from their immigrant parents, and they've been raised a certain way. And Canada's supposed to be a country of freedom, so I do not agree with this ban at all.
Oh, to me, a Muslim person is someone who, abides by the ethics of the Quran, and the ethics of the Quran is very much more than, a piece of cloth. The Quran says to do justice. The Quran says, be kind to your neighbor. The Quran says be charitable. The Quran says be kind to your parents. The Quran says, treat your children kindly, treat them in a loving way. To me, that is basically who a practicing Muslim is. It's not the ritual, it's not the symbol, it's not the garb, it's not the garment. I mean, to me, a Muslim person is much more than that.
Despite her experience as a Muslim woman who chose to wear the veil, Saber identifies herself as a Sudanese Canadian. She embraces both her cultural background and the country she now calls home.
People in Canada like that, yeah. So you don't find like someone is Canadian. Like all of us are like, that's what I like about Canada actually.